All right, guys, let me know you can hear me okay, and we can get started. And can you see the screen as well? Let's bring this document over here. You can see I'm running VidAttack Alpha in the background here, just studied the campaign before we come into the webinar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this document here. Now, this document we will put into the thank you page that we had created, and there will be some extra videos coming even after this webinar because I'm building some campaigns and I need to do things in real time in order. Okay, so there are steps to this system, okay, and it's designed for competitive keywords, but I'm going to show you the steps how to do it all the way through, but I cannot do it all in one day. Although I can tell you what those steps are in this video, I can't do step 3 and step 4, for example, right now, because I've got to do steps 1 and 2 first before I can get to those, okay? But I can tell you what they are and I can show you how to do them. And then later we will do some videos and put it into that thank you page where you'll be able to see the over the shoulder stuff, okay? So what I want to do is share this document with you right now, and can keep this. It will be inside the member area as well, or inside the thank you page. I don't have a member area, it's just a basic thank you page. And if you're watching this and you don't have VidAttack Alpha, then this would be a good chance for you to get it. This is a very, very powerful tool, and it's kind of underestimated because people try to overthink the technology needed to pull this strategy off when it's not really understood what they're doing it for. What's the dynamic behind the ranking factors that we've got going on here, and why we don't really need huge amounts of video views. Okay, so let me just share this with you right now, this document, and as we go through this, hopefully I'll be able to expand the way that you see YouTube SEO for sure, but SEO in general, because this is the way, this is the direction that SEO has been going since back in 2014, which I think is when we first did the very first version of VidAttack Alpha. It was called Search and Click Commando. Now you see these people in the last year or two popping up. It's a great new strategy. It was going, you know, it was around for quite a long time. It was just going in that direction. It's just a little bit wider known these days than what it was then. Anyway, so let's have an overview first of UBS factors. UBS means user behavior signals, okay? User behavior signals. This is really, really big now. It's not going to go away anytime. Not soon, not later. This is SEO the way that Google sees it, okay? You've got to understand that when Google gives a result for a search query, it wants to give the most relevant result possible, okay? That's basic 101 SEO, okay? One of the ways that they can tell is if people are clicking through from the search engines, if they're spending time on that content, that tells Google that it's actually provided the correct result or a suitable result for that search query, okay? That is all we are kickstarting, okay? That is all we are kickstarting, and in return we get increased watch time, which is another ranking factor, and we will start to get real activity as well from real YouTube users once the real traffic actually comes, okay? So it's important to understand that no tool like VidAttack Alpha, CrowdSearch.me, or any of those tools can produce the number of views required to totally control the traffic user behavior signals, okay? Because if you're ranking for a reasonably good keyword, you can be getting thousands of impressions every day. You can be getting hundreds or thousands of hits every day, especially in YouTube. You can't keep up with that, okay? So what we are doing here is we are kickstarting the campaign, okay? Now I've taken it further so that we've got initial control all the way up to step 3, and I found a step 4 just yesterday that I haven't tested yet, but I'll share that with you as we go through, okay? So user behavior signals, okay? This is really, really, really important, and if we can get this right, then that's very cool. I spell behavior like we do in the UK, okay? It's proper English before Hollywood came and changed all our English. With these user behavior signals, there's two things that you really need to understand. Okay, one is that we can control them initially. Second, we can still have a lot of influence with the real traffic when it comes. And that really comes down to marketing. It's way beyond the SEO stuff by then. It really is coming down to the marketing. So we need to be able to make sure that we have got good headlines, that we have got a reason for people to take an action when they're on the video, whether it's clicking on a link in your description, whether it's clicking on an end screen option, or whether it's going to do a social share or like your video, etc., etc. And I am really bad at that kind of stuff when it comes to the YouTube stuff. I forget to do this stuff a lot of the time. But as far as the SEO stuff is concerned, we can automate a lot of that to the point where we've kickstarted the campaign. We start to get rankings, even for good traffic volume keywords, and then the real traffic comes, and then we need to be good marketers at that point. It's beyond the SEO stuff. Okay, so if you can think along those lines, then you'll become a lot more aware of what other people are doing as well when you see other people's videos, etc., on YouTube. Okay. What's locked, Keith? Looks like it's locked again. What is locked? Requesting access position. Oh, for this document. Okay. Oh, anyone with the link. It's restricted. Hold on. So anyone with the link can view. Try it again. Just refresh the page and see if it will open. Yeah, it's opening, and I've got some people coming in. Good. All right. So anyway, let's carry on with this. Right, some of the things that we need, I've put a list of tools at the bottom here in the last slide. Okay, you can take some tools from here, and I'll cover them if I can in this webinar, but probably I'm not going to be able to cover all of these little tools here. They're just some suggestions, things that I found when we were doing some recent webinars for the lead blaster stuff. I'll just take this copy here. This one is a course schedule headline analyzer, which is kind of cool because it analyzes your headlines and tells you if it's a good headline for click-through rates and stuff like that. So it's really important that we can get into that marketing sort of mindset right after we have done the campaign. Now, here's the thing with this setup. If I go into the VidAttack Alpha here, let's go into VidAttack Alpha. I'm going to click on stop here. We've got 75%. Okay, I'm going to click on stop here. Right now, if I go into the VidAttack Alpha here, and I've got a headline, it looks like this: how to promote your blog, and I've got this really long headline. This is not a great headline for marketing. This is not a great headline for the purpose of getting a click-through rate from real traffic. Okay, it's not designed to be yet. Okay, the thing is that we have 100 characters to use there, and with this particular system, how we optimize this title is everything for the VidAttack Alpha campaign, but that's only the stage one, the step one. Okay, so if I just come into YouTube over here, and you can see here, I have this title, how to promote your blog, and then I've got hyphen 35 tools to increase website traffic and marketing promotion with blog. Oh, very long. Okay, it wouldn't even fit in the search results, but we don't need it to. Here's what's actually happening here. Okay, this is the real sort of power factor behind this system. This is how we can go and rank for multiple keywords, even keywords that we're not targeting with the VidAttack Alpha. Whereas before, with the sort of first version, we needed to get the CTR clicks from those specific keywords. Here's how we get around it. Okay, there's two ways we can get around it. This is method number one. Okay, so what we're doing is we're creating these headlines or this title to be long. We want to use up as many characters as we can. You can see we've got 100 characters to use. Okay, now with that 100 characters, we want to be able to get some keywords that fit into this. Okay, so actually we are optimizing that title so that we can get multiple keywords in that title. Okay, and you will start to rank for keywords even if you don't put them through a VidAttack Alpha campaign. Whereas before we used to have specific keywords. Okay, this is the way you get around it. This is method number one. So for example, increase website traffic. I have that in here, increase website traffic. That's an exact match in here. Okay, should have put on the sticky note, shouldn't have. Just bear with me. Right now, we've got like how to increase website traffic. I don't have that exact match, but I've got how to here. Okay, and I've got increased website traffic. So it's kind of a broad match. This is what I mean by broad match optimization. Does everybody understand that? Because this is really, really, really important. It sounds like trivial, but it's really hugely important, because if you get this, when you're using the VidAttack Alpha, you will see a huge difference from the amount of keywords that you will rank for. Okay, if this is the only thing that you take away from today, let it be this. Okay, if this is the only thing that you take away from today, this is it. Okay, this is the one thing that will change how many keywords you can get rankings for with user behavior signals using automation tools like this. Okay, I know there's a bunch of tools out now. It's still going to be the same principle. Your headline is where it all happens. Okay, now you do need to match the tags in the description with what you have in the headline, but it starts at the headline. This is the main part. Okay, this is our main optimization focus area. Everything else comes secondary to that. Whatever we do here, we just complement with the description and with the tags. Okay, so the next one here would be I don't have the word traffic, so that one would not be any good. I'll just remove that for now. Get traffic to your website. I don't have the word get, so I'm going to take these off. And it just goes on and so forth. So you can actually go and make these up from here. So for example, how to promote your blog. Okay, so I've got that keyword in this exact match. But here's the thing. We can do blog marketing promotion. Okay, and we can do marketing. Let's see. Blog marketers, hold on. Promote blog marketing. You can do these kind of keywords where you can, let me just grab it actually, I've forgotten what I was doing now. Just bear with me a second, it'll make a lot more sense if I can show you this. Okay, we'll bring over keyword keg. Okay, marketing with blogs, that's the one I was trying to remember. Okay, so this marketing with blogs, have I got that keyword in here? I've got marketing, I've got with, and I've got blogs. Even though that's broad match, that's not even close to exact match. Okay, it's not even close to phrase match. We can still go and rank for that just because it's in the title. Okay, it's kind of incredible stuff. Once you see this in action, it's pretty incredible stuff. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to show you. What happens when you start to increase the views and you've got titles that look like that. You can see this keyword here that I've been targeting, blog promotion tools. Okay, blog promotion tools. If I come in here, we've got blog, we've got promote, we've got promotion, and we've got tools. Okay, so it's not an exact match, but we are ranking for that particular keyword. Before that would have been harder to do with the old way of doing this. Before I understood that what we needed to do with the title was a broad match optimization. Okay, and it's just one of those things you stumble upon when you do this enough times, and it just happens that we've been doing this for quite a long time. So you're picking up things as you go along. So that means that by just doing that title, using that full 100 characters or as much of it as we possibly can, okay, with that broad match optimization, then we can get rankings for keywords that we didn't even target with VidAttack Alpha. Okay, you will start to see rankings for all kinds of combinations of those keywords. Now, here's what happens when you start to get rankings and you start to get real traffic come in. And this is why step 2 and step 3 is really, really important. Because when you start to get that real traffic, the user behavior signals that they generate, okay, whether it's good click-through rates, whether it's a high retention time, whether it's doing the social share from underneath the YouTube video, sharing on YouTube or whatever, sharing on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, Pinterest, wherever it might be, or whether it's leaving a comment or a thumbs up or whatever, all of that is taken into account, right? So when we are getting that real traffic, we need to be changing that headline back. Okay, so the headline is going to be this until we finish our campaign, and then we're changing it back into a more sort of marketing friendly headline, okay, so that we can try and maintain the traffic standards. Now, once you start to get these user behavior signals, Google starts to rank you for more keywords, okay? Why? Because it starts to see that it's giving, that you're giving good user behavior signals for your content. So it can see there's a relevancy there. The relevancy factor fits the search query because it sees exactly what is happening for the watch time, for the interactivity, the social shares and the likes and all that kind of good stuff, comments, etc. Okay, then it starts to trust your content, so it will start to rank you for even more keywords that you are not targeting anyway. Okay, it just starts to trust you, ranks you for more keywords, and it will just keep monitoring your click-through rates and stuff like that, all of them. Okay, so that's basically what's happening with this system, the way that we're doing it now. Okay, so let's come back into the slides. I can try and keep myself on track. Anybody got any questions at this point? You understand everything so far? It's pretty basic stuff, but it's very, very, very important stuff. If you grasped just that part there, you got everything you need. Okay, everything else from here is just extra boosting. Okay, but this is the real sort of thing. Okay, one thing I would say is always optimize for YouTube. Okay, don't optimize for, with the RankAttack system, what we're actually doing, or what this was created to do, was to rank web pages with video views. And how that works is we put one link in the description. Okay, that one link in the description, whatever it is, if it's a landing page, a blog post, a sales page, a squeeze page, whatever it might be, okay, it will start to rank for the keywords you're getting the CTR clicks from. Okay, it will start to rise in the search results. So it will even overtake the YouTube video and the search results in Google. Okay, that's how powerful that little system is. If you put just one link into the YouTube description, the more views you get, the higher retention time, the click-through rates, and all that kind of stuff. It all combines somehow as part of their algorithm to rank that one link in your YouTube description so that it starts to rank in the search results. Okay, so knowing that, a lot of people will actually optimize for whatever that landing page or blog post or article or sales page might be. I would say don't. Okay, here's the reason. YouTube has a lot of traffic, a lot more than you will find in any keyword tool. There's no keyword tool is actually going to tell you the amount of traffic you can get. In fact, the closest we can find is going to be something like vidIQ. It tries to give some kind of search volumes. I don't think that's search volumes. I think they're probably taking maybe, based on views and stuff like that. And we've got tools that do that kind of stuff as well, like competition analyzers and all that, and it will tell you the views. But here's the thing about YouTube videos, okay? Very, very few views are actually coming from the YouTube search itself. Okay, most of it is actually coming from inside YouTube, from suggested videos. So if somebody's watching one of your videos, you might have other videos showing up. You might have in your end screens links to other videos, and that might be like more earned kind of views that you get because people are clicking through on those. But then you get the suggested video where you can get on the right hand sort of sidebar, you can get yourself to show up next to videos from other people. Now, this is a tactic that Brian Dean uses really, really well. Okay, Brian Dean from Backlinko. He's got a video that's got, I think it was more than a million views, and he got most of those views coming from the suggested video, not from YouTube search. In fact, YouTube search was only about 18% of the actual views. He's got an email list as well, so when he does publish a video, for example, he will email his list. So there's going to be a lot of traffic coming from that. But I think it was about 48 or 52% of the views were actually coming from suggested video. Okay, he's got a whole section of that in his page one videos course, I think it's called. It's actually kind of interesting stuff. But here's the thing with that: if you can find sort of unique phrases within their description, if you can find some uniqueness within their tags, and you can tag them as well, then you can maybe help to boost your chances of showing up as a suggested video, but I've tried it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, not always it's going to work. Sometimes it will. In fact, I've got a YouTube video. I need to find it later. I'll put it inside the thank you page. Of me doing exactly that, and I did actually increase rankings and increase traffic by doing that. So if you can remind me later, I'll put that into the thank you page area, because that video is already done. It's just like a 5-minute video or something. Okay, so optimize for YouTube, because here is where you can get a lot of warm traffic as well. Okay, because most of the time people are watching your video because they've been watching something similar or something from you before. Okay, so it's warm traffic instead of cold traffic that you get from Google. So it's more friendly traffic, and therefore your chances of the user behavior signals being more positive is better in YouTube than it is in Google. Okay, so optimize for YouTube. And the way to optimize for YouTube is to focus on what other people are doing. And basically you can see and reverse engineer what other people are doing really, really fast and really, really quickly. If you've got the tools to be able to do it. vidIQ is good enough. I've got my own tools as well at VidCurate Alpha. We can go and reverse engineer anything in seconds, literally in seconds. I can go and find out what I need to know, just about anything for YouTube, for any kind of niche. Okay, I'll just give you an example of that. I'm not doing this to try and sell it to you. Okay, I'm just going to show you something, and very, very quickly. So I can come in here to see Neil Patel. Okay, and what I do normally is I will go through and I will make a list of sort of top YouTubers around a specific niche that I might want to target. This one is about affiliate marketing, for example. So we got people like Cristani, John Cristani. We got Caffeinated Blogger. We got Franklin Hatchett, etc., Jono, Matthew Sabia. What I normally do is I will go and sort of curate the top 50 videos, okay, and I'll pull them into VidCurate Alpha, and I will create the playlist sort of work area. So what we're doing there is we're doing the search, and with the search we can put in something like, I'll just put in, for example, blog promotion tools. Let's see what happens. Thing about the YouTube APIs now, they've started to give less quotas on them. You've got to put in multiple YouTube API keys if you're using with any of our tools. Now we've made it that you can put in multiple YouTube APIs, and because they've started to really limit what you can do with them. So when we're in here, what we can do is we can see all this sort of competition and stuff like that. And now what I normally do is I would just take the first 50 and I will import it into what I call the work area. Okay, the work area looks something like this. Okay, when the work area is looking something like this, let's do Neil Patel first. It's going to be easier to explain. Where's Neil? Because you can see this much clearer with him. Okay, and what we can do then is once we got this, we can right click. Now you can actually do the search via keywords that people are using, or keywords that you want to rank for, or you can do it by channel. I usually do 2 steps, like I do the keyword first, discover who are the sort of top people. You can even do that with vidIQ as well. And then I go and send it over to Channel Spy. Okay, when I send it over to Channel Spy, then I've got a full list of his videos that I can sort by the views. Okay, and we can click here, we can get 50 more. I can get 50 more. Do it one more time. That gives us 200 videos if he has that many on his channel, and we can start to see now, like it's got videos here with 1.5 million views, and this one is SEO for beginners. The next one is how to write a blog post, etc. I can see what's actually working for him in his niche. We can actually see right inside that particular audience inside YouTube in literally seconds. Okay, and this is really good information, because what we can do with this as well is once we have got something like this created, when we go into the info section over here, I click on the tags. Okay, now if you're doing this for a keyword, it's going to work better than if you're doing it for just one person, his channel. But what you will see then is you get all the sort of tags from those top 50 or top 200 videos, and they will all show up here. So if you're doing this for like an affiliate promotion, this could be really good. Say for example, ClickFunnels, you will find like loads of keywords like ClickFunnels pricing, ClickFunnels review, ClickFunnels demo, etc. ClickFunnels versus Carter, all that kind of stuff you will see. Okay, and that's kind of important that you can do. In fact, let's just do that very quickly while we're here. Don't want to do capture. Where's Paul? See if I can find Paul. That's a good example. Yeah, Paul, yeah, passive income ladder. Okay, so Paul is a guy who, he's very, very interesting actually. He makes 5 figures a month from YouTube, okay, by promoting evergreen affiliate offers, sort of mid-ticket to high ticket. He will promote things like Webinar Jam, Kartra, ClickFunnels, that kind of stuff. And he does a lot with it, okay? He ranks usually within 24 hours on page 1 of Google for those kind of keywords, okay? And it drives a lot of traffic. In fact, it's not the amount of traffic, it's the high conversions, okay? He's got it really down to an art the way he does this, okay? Part of it, what he does, I'll show you just quickly while we're here, okay? So you can see this is Webinar Jam 2020. Let's just open this up. Now, if you've seen me show this before, my apologies. I just want to make sure everybody can understand what he's actually doing here, because it will help you to understand what you can do as well. Once you've run your VidAttack Alpha campaigns, when you come back to the normal optimization kind of stuff, where we're putting in a proper marketing headline and where we're starting to think that we don't need just one link in the description anymore, then what we can do is we can come in and do what he's done. Now, he's kind of changed things around here for this one. Let's find another example. He's only got 2 links in here. Usually, Paul will have like 10 videos in here, okay, all linked, and it's part of a series. Okay, let me just try and find another one. Groove pages, we just passed one, groove pages. And you'll see exactly how he does this. Now, he credits this for being able to get page 1 rankings literally within 24, 48 hours on Google, okay? And you can see he's got Groove Pages offer, Groove Pages affiliate, Groove Pages review, Groove Pages versus Kartra versus ClickFunnels, all that kind of stuff. You can see how he's done that. This is what he credits for being able to get really fast rankings, okay? If you go and search for him in Google, you're going to find that he's ranking for those kind of keywords. So if I go in for Groove Pages review, for example, you will see the carousel. Usually he's in here, usually he's in the top 3, but seems that he must have given away his best secrets, and other people have started to copy it. It might not be so effective. Here he is on number 1 here, okay? And you can see that again for things like Kartra. Okay, I'm kind of diverting on it. I'll come back, I'll bring it back in. Just kind of interesting that you should see this. Usually when you see these kind of keywords for mid-ticket kind of tools and the word review, you will find it's got a carousel. And this one did have a carousel for a lot of time. It's the first time I've seen it actually without the video carousel here. It's kind of weird. Usually it's very, very common to see the video I wonder if they're making the snippets here take over from the carousel. It's interesting. Anyway, it doesn't affect us because it can actually play into our hands better if that's the situation, because we know how to rank web pages with video views. This could actually play better for us for affiliate marketing stuff, but that's a completely different approach, a completely different sort of strategy, extra strategy I need to cover at some point later in the future. Anyway, let's come back into my my area here. Now, to create those kind of descriptions, etc., we actually have a tool that does that very, very quickly, because I tried to copy him and it took ages to try and list all those videos and put them all into the description. So what I did is I created a tool. I got my coder to create a tool, and we can do it with multiple different short codes and stuff, and do it in different ways and save as templates. I'll show you that in a video later for some videos I'll put inside the member area, but we can speed that up and we can update it at any time as well. The problem with that strategy is it's really hard to update later if you change anything, because it's all manual and you've got to go and change it on maybe 10 or 12 or 14 videos or something. Then it becomes really monotonous, but we can do it in a single click with the software that we built. Anyway, so yeah, you're going to want to start to think about a good headline. Okay, so there's a tool that will help you. Okay, giving them a reason to take action. Usually that's going to be a call to action. You're going to tell them, like, click here and get a checklist, or click here and get something that is related to your video, like a content upgrade, a PDF, the steps, whatever it might be that you're talking about. Give them a reason if it's a really important video. okay, so that you can get them to take that action, because all of those actions that are taken inside YouTube then is picked up by Google. Okay, so if people are clicking from your video into your web page that you've linked to, that's going to help. That's going to help for the relevancy for the web page as well. Okay. The other thing to think about as well is when we're doing these views, once you get this real traffic coming in, then any earned views are very, very, very good. Okay, these are really good. Okay, and what I mean by that is if people start watching other videos on your channel, okay, because what's actually happening these days with YouTube for the ranking factors is things like the user behavior signals, as far as like the CTR clicks and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the actual watching of the videos, you've got 3 different things happening. In fact, 4 things happening. You've got retention of your video. You've got overall watch time of your video. You've got overall watch time of people on your channel. And you've got overall watch time of people that came onto your channel and stayed on YouTube after they've seen your videos. Okay, all of those are ranking factors. Kind of weird, but they actually have ranking factors. They actually take into all of that into account. Okay, so anything that we can do to earn extra views via those sort of end screens or stuff, or you put some link in your first comment in the description, etc., that kind of, in the first comment underneath your video, I mean, all of that kind of stuff is good. All that kind of stuff will help us. All right, let's come over. Okay, so our goals for this campaign that we're going to set up is that we will rank for multiple keywords, and the basic campaign is just for the initial rankings. Now, what I mean by the basic campaign is we'll probably not do more than 100 views in total, if we even need that much. Okay, if we need that much. We really don't need thousands of views. Okay, there's ways that we can get thousands of views and we can have complete traffic control. At that point, still can have complete traffic control with thousands of video views, which I'm going to show you as we go through these slides. But the thing is, with the initial VidAttack Alpha, it's just to give us the kickstart so that we can start ranking for the keywords that we have sort of pinpointed. Usually it's 3 or 4 main keywords that we pinpoint that we want to get rankings for. Okay, so everything that we put in that title is really, really crucial to be able to achieve those 3 or 4 that we're really targeting first. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to increase the traffic with real IPs, and then we're going to get real interactivity from real people. Okay, this is all the same thing. And if you've jumped ahead on the slides, shame on you. I haven't got there yet. You need to let me get there, because you might make assumptions that you don't. You need to understand what I need to tell you about this before you go and jump in it. Okay. And then we're going to go into sort of mass traffic control. Okay, and what we're using here is actually YouTube views. Okay, YouTube views, YouTube ad, 1 cent cost per view video views. Okay, let me come back and say that again. I got all mixed up. I'm like way ahead of myself, and my mouth and my brain is not in the same place. Okay, so to get thousands of video views, we are going to use YouTube ads. Okay, YouTube ads that we control. We control the traffic. And how do we control the traffic? By the keywords that we use. Okay, the keywords that we use is really, really crucial. And what will really surprise you here is how cheap it is. Okay, it is really, really, really cheap, and I'll show you some proof as we go through it. So that's basically the step 3, and then I found a step 4, which was a Fiverr gig, which I'll explain to you later. And that one we can test, but it really is just a test because I've never used it before. Okay. Let's see. Got any? You're making it shorter, Mario. Mario's asking when you change your title, you make it the same length or shorter. You're making it shorter. Basically, you're doing it for marketing at that point. What you want is to focus on the CTR. We finished with this sort of SEO element of that, apart from putting the main keyword at the beginning. Okay. So we have this sort of format that we use for video titles. Okay, normally when you see people like Brian Dean teaching it, it's probably the best one to go and have a look at how he's doing, because he does very, very, very well with his video optimization stuff. what they're doing, most of the guys now, they are basically following his pattern where they put the main keyword first, and then they put something like a hyphen or a colon, and then they put in the rest of the title, and it's usually quite short. Okay, so he would have something like YouTube SEO colon get page 1 rankings fast. Okay, something like that. That's what he would do. So he would have the main keyword and then the benefit. Okay, not the feature, the benefit. Okay, so the main keyword, YouTube SEO, and then the benefit is get page 1 rankings. That's what people really want, isn't it? That's what they want to learn about YouTube SEO for. That's the benefit of YouTube SEO, if you understand it, is that you can get page 1 rankings, preferably fast. So that's basically the way that Brian does it, and he's very, very good with this kind of stuff. And the way that he scripts his videos as well is very, very clever. It's very easy to do. If you can get a hold of his page 1 videos course, go through it. It's really worth going through. I listen to it, you know, probably once every 2 or 3 months. I will go through his stuff just when I do bicycle runs in the morning, stuff like that. And it's just good because his approach is just common sense. It's pure white hat, but it's really common sense. And if you can grasp the stuff that he's teaching there, and you can see how easy it is, you know, sometimes there's a bit of work to be done, sometimes there's a bit of organization to be done, but you can't argue with the results from people like him and Neil Patel. They dominate everything in the SEO niche. Okay, so if they got something to say and it's really simple to do, and they've given you formulas and stuff like that, then you should use them because it works for them. Okay, and we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So there's always somebody more sort of experienced, more clever, more advanced with the strategies that we can learn from, that we can take the best parts from them and we can apply them. Okay, and that's basically what I did with this YouTube SEO checklist. I took some of the best parts from Neil Patel, from Ahrefs, and people like that. So basically, this checklist here. So basically, what this is just made up of tips from these guys. Okay, so basically, you can come in and see the video title optimization, description tag optimization, even some stuff for the suggested video. That's not even finished yet. This checklist is one of those things that will need updated often. But good thing is I can update it within the Lead Blaster system and just push the API so that I can update anytime, remove stuff, add stuff, etc. Anyway, so let's come back into the optimization stuff. Anybody got any questions? Because I kind of went sidetracked there when I started to talk about Paul's affiliate marketing 5-figure stuff. I forgot where I was. Okay, Mary, I've ranked the first video on YouTube for mobile first ranking. Good. What are the other keywords you can target? Or if you give me your video URL. Well, actually, let's do it this way. Mobile first ranking. Let's just do something very, very quickly. I'll show you something that you can do. Okay, just very quickly. Mobile first ranking. We're going to put into, let's do YouTube search. I'll show you a nice little tool that we can use that we can expand upon what we're targeting. Okay, so this guy has got 877 views, 15 views, 45,000 views. This is something weird. What's that got to do with mobile first? There's not a lot of traffic for that keyword. I'm not finding a lot of traffic yet for that keyword. Mobile first strategy, 16,000 views. It's in Hindi. Okay, let's take this one for example. We'll take this video here. If I come into the tools I gave you at the bottom down here, you will see this one here, tutorial. It's actually kind of useful little tool. What you want to do is you want to find the videos that have got a lot of traffic. Okay, thousands of views ideally. And it will tell you the keywords it's ranking for. Now you can do this in vidIQ, but I do sometimes find that some extra keywords show the longer tail keywords will show here. And usually you will get a lot more than this. Sometimes you will see only 1 or 2 results, but often you're going to find like quite a lot. and it just keeps going and finding more and more keywords. So if you just leave this, when you come back, you might find like 12, 15 different keywords. It just starts searching and producing these results. Okay, so that's one way we can get some longer tail keywords that other people are ranking for. Okay, another thing we can do is we can take title, like what does mobile first ranking mean? We can come in here again. I'm going to use this little tool here called Rapid Tags. I like this tool very, very much. This is a brilliant little tool. Put this in here. You just put in the title in here. It's going to give you a whole bunch of keywords really fast. Look at that. Here you go. I'll send that to you privately. You got a whole bunch of keywords there from that. It's very, very good. There's a lot of stuff here that you might not even think about yourself, and some of it might not be relevant. You can just take off, etc. The ones that you don't want. But it's a very quick and easy way that you can go and get some tags, etc. All right. So we got any other questions before we go further? Right, okay, so no more questions right now. Okay, so let's get into the optimization part. The optimization is really, really basic, really simple. This is just basic 101 stuff, okay? So when we create the video, I always recommend it is more than a minute for sure, okay? 3 minutes is quite good, okay? 3 minutes is good. The reason I say that is I actually tried this with a car insurance video. The car insurance video was about 31 seconds, and I got hundreds, maybe thousands of views. I can't remember. It was a while ago, a few months ago. It didn't make a lot of difference with the rankings for that particular video, okay? It only started to make a difference when I started to put it into playlists, okay? And that's what actually made the difference, not the amount of video views. And I think the reason for that was because it doesn't increase the watch time or the amount of time people spend actually on YouTube, okay? So I would say about 3 minutes long is sort of good range for this, because you need to take into account that the video tag alpha campaigns will take longer to do the longer the video is. So if you want to watch a video that's like 93% or 100% retention time, and you've got a 20-minute video, it's going to take quite a while to get through it. But it could be quite rewarding to be able to get results for that if you're able to put this on multiple computers, for example, while you're sort of working, or you can do it at nighttime or something while you're sleeping. Second thing is to optimize the Mp4 properties and optimize the Jpeg properties for the thumbnails, okay? Now, I don't know for sure how effective that is. Just kind of do it as part of a habit, okay? Just get in that habit of at least taking those tags that you can find, like I just showed you there from those two little tools there. Even if you just take the one for the way you put the title in, it gives you a bunch of tags. Then that's a quick and easy way that you can just put some keywords within the properties for your JPEG and your MP4, okay? It won't do you any harm, and it takes literally, 30 seconds each, if that's all you did, so it's not hard to do. With your YouTube description, this is kind of important, okay? Use the ROT formula, R-O-T formula, okay? R-O-T formula, this is an easy way to do a description. To sort of hook in the people that might see your description and wonder, should they hang around watching the video or not, okay? This is the way that you can do it, okay? So basically, ROT formula is result, objection, and time, but you can put this in any order, okay? So for example, my result could be increase website traffic, okay? Time, I can put in any order. I can put objection first, I can put time first, etc. So we've got time is today, or within a week, or within a month, or whatever it might be. And the objection can be, look, even if you know nothing about blog promotion, even if you know nothing about SEO, even if you know nothing about PPC, okay, whatever that objection is relevant, you can put in there, okay? That's just an example. So what I did with this video here, you can see, increase website traffic today, even if you know nothing about blog promotion. That's the ROT formula. Okay, it works nicely, and it can tend to be a little bit longer. So you could use this for your title, but the easiest way to do a YouTube title is how to do X without doing Y, without Y, how to get X without Y, how to do X without doing Y, how to lose weight without giving up cakes, for example, that kind of thing. So you give them the result they want without having to do something that is painful. Basically, that's the way that you should really do the YouTube titles. Okay. Alexia, have I had any success? Yes, I did. The first time I used it, and I haven't used it since. I've just been not lazy, but busy to be able to do it. Here's what happens. I did it for the VidCurate Alpha. So just take a sip of tea there. And within the first sort of week, I think we'd done thousands of dollars extra sales. Now don't forget, like VidCurate Alpha is like $500 or something, so it's not hard to go into the thousands. But we had done, I think, the first week about 4 or 5 sales, and it kind of trickled on from there, and then it kind of lost somewhere. I don't know where it lost. I never went back to find out. I should really go back and find out what happened to that campaign. But yeah, I did use it, and it did work immediately, pretty much. Where I think the difference was that I was doing those videos fresh at that time. And so when you put fresh content out, then you get people coming to watch that video because YouTube will rank it kind of high initially. And plus you have your subscriber traffic as well. This is why you should never buy subscriber traffic. You should never buy subscribers or views and stuff like that, because here's the thing with the subscribers. If you got a really if your click-through rate from your subscribers are not high, that's going to be a negative factor. Okay, that's another user behavior signal that you need to be aware of, that you need to be careful of. So if you've got like 50,000 subscribers and you get like 100 opens, that's very, very, very bad metrics. So you need to take that into consideration. I think that's what happened with that campaign, is that when the videos were fresh, then subscribers were coming to watch it. But it did actually increase the sales, which is ultimately what I was doing it for. I need to run it again, to be honest, and probably it would be part 5 or part 6 of this system to see that in action, where I can run it again. The way he does that though is if you have a look, let me just sort of divert a little bit. I know that I divert a lot, just bear with me guys, it's just one of those things. Just if I feel there's something interesting to share, then I'd rather share it than not. Okay, so I'll just come in here. If we have a look at something like, let's do something like ClickFunnels, where we know that it's got high traffic volume. Okay, and this is a good one to tackle if you're doing things like the checklist and the Chrome extensions. This kind of approach, where you can curate some FAQs and stuff, and you can actually have your link in those Chrome checklists with banners and stuff like that. You can even put videos in there. Let's open this up. So when we're in here, you can see ClickFunnels prices, login. How do we use that? Imagine we could use that. Nobody else is optimizing for that, but there's a lot of traffic there. Okay, how can we use it? That's a question I've been asking myself for the past few days. Things like what is ClickFunnels? That's a video there. ClickFunnels pricing is a video there. So if I go and have a look at Paul's channel, okay, and have a look at his channel, it's called Passive Income Ladder. When you're in his channel as well, have a look for anything that he's got about his earnings. He will show you his earnings live, where he's made like 40-50,000 that day. Okay, seriously, bang in the middle of a promotion when everybody else is promoting JV Zoom Warrior Plus for $10 commissions. He's making tens of thousands of dollars. It's crazy stuff. So we've got things like growth pages versus Kartra versus ClickFunnels. See if I can find Kartra affiliate products. Okay, so he's doing this probably as a second tier affiliate as well. Let's open this one. You have a look at this guy. He's definitely worth looking into. Okay, so here you can see He's made a video about pricing. He's made a video versus ClickFunnels. He's made a video about the trial. He's made a video about the affiliate program where he's probably put in a second tier link. He's made Kartra reviews multiple times, updates and demos and tutorials, and that's basically what he's doing. Okay, so is he ranking for that keyword? I think he was ranking for it, and then they've taken away. That's the one we just checked, isn't it? They've taken away. Yeah, I think what's happening there is that they put the feature snippet in here. Then we are losing the carousel. So somebody's optimized for the feature snippet. Wow. We have tools for that as well. I'll give you a link to that a little bit later. I can find it. So you can find snippet in here. I'll do it while it's still in my mind. Here's the codes. I've actually got a plugin to do this. Okay, with this. What this is it will give you the feature snippets that you can use on your blog, for example. So if you want a paragraph template, click on the little eye here. It will open up in a new window, and you will have the code. The only thing that might be missing here is the image. Okay, you can see this code. You can just basically put that straight into WordPress. Just copy and paste that straight into WordPress. And basically we've got that for paragraphs, for lists and numbers and those kinds of stuff as well. Yeah, I'll give you the link for that. It's a handy little tool to have. I got it for some French guy, very, very good marketer, good SEO guy. I forget his name, Eric Lancheres, I think it was. He had a PDF, and I just put it into the checklist because it's easier to find when you got it in the checklist. It's always on your browser kind of thing. So I think I put a link to his blog, how to use these from the actual checklist itself. If you click on the home button, it should take you there. Hopefully that will be useful. So that's actually kind of interesting for us, because if we know how to optimize for feature snippets and we know how to rank web pages with video views, here's the thing, it's easier to get page one rankings in YouTube, so it's easier to get those CTR click-throughs from YouTube than it is on Google. Okay, so you can increase your rankings and increase the relevancy inside YouTube without even needing to go out. This is why VidyoTech Alpha Lite is so powerful. This is really the main one that I use. The only time I don't use the blog browser at all. I'll use the playlist viewer that we just recently built with the extension pack. Because what we can do with that is we can watch the first video on the playlist, and that builds the relevancy as well. Anyway, so yeah, we covered the title optimization, we covered the ROT formula. Okay, another thing that I found useful, two things I found useful. Your main keyword, put it in about 5 times. If you're going to use all 5,000 characters in your YouTube video description, you don't have to. I would say minimum. Minimum, most people will say between 300 and 500 words minimum. Okay, if you stick to that for minimum, that's okay. But if you can use all 5,000 characters, here's what you can do. You can put your main keyword in that description, your main keyword, about 5 times. Okay, why 5 times? Because when I optimize for the Chrome store, okay, when I'm putting those checklists into the Chrome store, what we noticed was that they're getting really, really, really fast rankings just by having those keywords actually in the description. But they give you a warning when you're actually optimizing your content, when you're actually putting your keywords and stuff in there, when you're filling out your description. They tell you to be careful not to put more than 5 times a keyword that you're optimizing for. That's where I got the 5 times from. So it's something that I just put in here to try because I don't know. But it was just kind of interesting. It stuck out. And I thought it was worth a test at some point to put in your main keyword 5 times, but that would only work if you're using the full 5,000 characters. Okay, but interesting. And the second thing is to put some FAQ into your YouTube description. And again, it goes into the snippets. It's for the snippets. Okay, so let's see if Kartra, just Kartra. I'm not even going to put review. I'm just going to look for any feature, any question snippets. Let's see review. Okay, let's take the click funnel, so it's going to be easier. Okay, so the people also ask section in here. Then what you can do is you can start to pick out some of these. Just you can do some keyword sniping with these. It's a very, very quick and easy way to be able to do that and fill up your content. So if you don't know what to fill up 5,000 characters with, take 3 or 4 of these. And you can see here that, you know, Google is actually telling you how to optimize your content. Okay, nice and easy. You don't even have to think. Just answer them yourself. So if you know the answer, you can take some of their sort of structure and change some words around at least. But if you know how to answer them yourself, it's going to be better. Okay. And that is kind of handy for being able to put those related kind of keywords that coming directly from the search results into your YouTube description, so that will help you to rank on Google as well. Right. Step 2. Everybody understand the video tag stuff? It's quite kind of basic. You just need to remember about the headline. That's the most important thing. And the ROT formula, use that every time as well. It's easy to do. If you can remember, I often forget as well with my stuff, but usually a lot of my stuff are just like training videos for member area. I'm not really bothered about the SEO part of it. I'm just doing it for tutorials. You're French and you speak English. There we go. That's why people should, when they're targeting things like your YouTube ads and stuff, or if you're targeting audiences with Chrome extensions, pick the European countries. Okay, why? Because most of them speak English. A lot of people are just picking like the main sort of what they call first tier English speaking countries, like Australia, Canada, UK, Australia, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, United States, etc. Europe as well. Most of those people will speak English, from my experience anyway. All right, interactivity part 2. Okay, this is really, really, really a nice way to do this. Okay, I'm just going to open this up on this page here with somebody else as a campaign. Okay, you can actually go into Pico Workers. There's multiple of these kind of sites, micro workers sites. And you can see the way they're doing this here. And I've got a document for you as well. The document is right underneath. You can see the instructions document, and I just basically copied what this guy was doing and tweaked it a little bit. So what they're doing is they are getting people to go and do video views for them, and they're getting them to take some actions. Okay, basically that's what they're doing. He's paying them 7 cents per person. Okay, what he wants them to do is go to YouTube, search for the video. Okay, I'm going to open this up here. And the way he's done that is he's given them a screenshot. And this is a very, very clever way to do it, because you can see he's showing them the keyword they need to search for and what the video thumbnail looks like, so they know which one to click for. Okay, he's not giving them the video URL, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so this is an easy way to do it, and tells them to watch the full video, gives them a little bit of a warning here, to like the video, which is kind of handy. Only handy if we're doing the step 3, in my opinion, because if everybody's liking the video, it's just completely unnatural. Okay, and to share on any 2 social media sites. Okay, and the required proof is needed. Okay, to link to the screenshot of the video page with your like. Okay, I've seen other people say add in here like put in here the URL of the video, for example. That way, you're making them find your video, click through on it, so that they can get that URL to put in here for the proof. Okay, so I've created that document that you can basically copy what he's done here. And I put in a couple of screenshots as well. And I've told him to stick to these 4 social networks: Twitter, Facebook, Mix, and Pinterest. StumbleUpon used to be, I think, is now called Mix, or StumbleUpon has been pulled into Mix. So that's basically what Mix is. It's still it's a high traffic sort of website for social content. Okay, and what you can do then is you can just use this every time. Now notice I've put in here like or if you want to try it with multi keywords. Okay, I haven't done that yet. But what you could do is you can tell them, you know, find with one of these keywords, or you know, give them 2 or 3 keywords. That way you build some diversity. Okay, and this way it's very, very easy. So you're going to get some likes, and you're going to get some social shares, and you're going to get some views. They're coming from people with real IP addresses, so we don't need to mimic anything with the VidAttack Alpha. Okay, and you're able to get these interactivity things happening from people that's actually logged into YouTube. Okay, and that's a nice little system. Just those 2 things between the VidAttack Alpha and that is a nice system. You still need the VidAttack Alpha to kickstart. Okay, this is where you have control. You're still controlling here because you're telling them what keywords you want them to go and find, and to find your content for. And as far as the cost is concerned, if I come in here, there's another one I took earlier from another guy. It's like $7 for every 100 views if you do it like that. Okay, you don't need huge amounts of views. All you want to do this for is for the interactivity, in my opinion. Okay, you're getting some diversity because it's different IPs. You're getting the interactivity from people logged into YouTube, but nobody has 100 views and 100 likes. Okay, nobody has 1,000 views and 1,000 likes. So if you use this even just for 100 interactivity sort of signals with likes, with social shares, it's enough. Okay, it's probably enough. And then we can go straight into the next part, okay, which is going to be the YouTube ads. Now this has worked really, really, really well for me, okay, and you control this, and this is where we can ramp up the real user behavior signals. Now you will lose control over being able to get people to do things like and share, etc. But here's the thing with this system. Just click on this, it will take you over to adblaster.com, where I've got this squeeze page. It explains basically what we're doing here. Okay, when we come down, you'll be able to see everything that we're doing here. So it's like a 1 or 2 cents cost per click. Okay, I created this for the purpose of ranking videos with PPC. Okay, I wanted to create a system that would cost like 1 or 2 cents cost per view, that would increase the watch time on the video for the purpose of getting rankings for the video. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. That's where it started from. What I noticed very, very quickly was if you don't use a very, very focused keyword approach, it can be real problematic. Because here's what happens. These are YouTube discovery videos, okay? These videos will show up on YouTube. They're not the videos that will play before a video starts. Those annoying videos that everybody clicks off, okay? It's not those. They will actually sit in the search results above the suggested videos, and people will see your headline, okay? They will see your headline. If they're on a desktop, they will see some kind of description there as well. Now, here's the thing. They will only click through on that if it's appealing for them. Okay, you will see some screenshots down here. Let's see this one here. This is the impressions. This is the views. Okay, this is how many times my advert was shown. This is how many times it was viewed. Okay, so you can see there's quite a big difference. If we go and look even further in here, you will see like average cost per view. You will see how many views, etc. Where's my What's the other one I had? I had one with the impressions and percentages, something like between 1% and 2% of people will click through. But here's why it's important, is because when people are actually clicking on the discovery ads that are sitting on the sort of sidebar area of the search results, they're only clicking on it because it appeals to them. So you've kind of got a pre-qualified video view happening there if somebody's clicking through. And what you'll find typically if you set this up with a $1 a day system, okay, you've got very, very little risk because it won't go over that $1 a day. And the reason I set it $1 a day is because we want to do this with the bit time videos. It goes back to Paul's system for the affiliate stuff. It's part of what I was doing with this to come up with sort of day system, as I called it, $1 a day system, nothing to do with the war thing. And basically what you can do then is you can, if you've got like 10 different videos targeting some affiliate offer like Paul is doing, so he's got his Kartra 10 videos like reviews and ClickFunnels reviews, etc., and ClickFunnels pricing and ClickFunnels affiliate program, whatever it might be. So you've got 10 different videos getting 100 views a day at 1 cent cost per view. Okay, that's what I've been getting consistently, 1 cent cost per view. Okay, you will see that. The only time it cost me more, it cost me 2 cents cost per view when I used video placements, when I told YouTube which videos to show my advert next to, okay? And then we started to get 2 cents cost per view. Even then, still 50 views a day for $1, right? So if you got like 1 cent cost per view anyway, right? And you have your focused keywords, so you don't have too many, maybe between 50 and 100 absolute maximum. Don't go scattergun with those because you get a problem, because you get people clicking through from the weirdest keywords because you just took a scattergun approach. For example, the first time I did it, I went into a keyword tool, I pulled about 800 different keywords, I threw them in there, and I was getting really weird keywords clicking through. Now, I don't know if they spent time on the video or not. They might have just bounced straight off again because some of the keywords are nothing really to do with what my video was about. So keep it focused. This is the only place you can control what you're doing, or the audience is via your keywords or via the YouTube placements. So here's what happens. They will come in here like 100 views per day if you follow my checklist. The checklist will not show them this advert again for at least a month. The way I have set this, the way I've set up the recipe, if you like, it will not show them the same advert again for a whole month. You can set it to a week if you want to. I would not do less than a week. Here's why. If they didn't watch that one, you've got another 9 videos coming if you follow the proper D-Day system. This is another course I'm going to be doing later. Okay, basically following what Paul is doing, a little bit more automation, a little bit more tweaking to his system so that we can actually go and look for those high ticket sort of affiliate programs. Okay, basically what we would then have is like 10 videos driving 100 views a day. That's 1,000 views a day over a month. That's 31,000 views a month. Now, if you've got 31,000 video views a month that have decided to click on your video, it wasn't forced on them. They've actually clicked on that, on those videos because of the targeting that you did. 31,000 people to an affiliate offer. Can you imagine? Powerful stuff. So this is very, very good for the RankAttack system where we can add real traffic. Okay, real traffic that chooses to be there, and we can force the social. We can't force anything like social signals, but we can force the traffic, and we can monitor and see what's happening with the analytics and stuff inside YouTube. And so you can quickly adapt just by seeing what's happening there. Okay. The main thing with these ads is you need to have a good call to action in your videos. Does that make sense? Any questions? It's a powerful little system. Very, very, very powerful little system. If you want to learn more about this kind of stuff with the day-day ads, when I actually do the day-day ad system, what I suggest you do on the adblaster.com site, sign up to get that checklist and stay on the list, because that will tag you for that particular course. When it comes to, so I will be promoting to the people on that particular list who are interested in that. So if you want to be updated for that, then opt in via that page. It's going to take you into an option to sign up, authorize with your Facebook or your Google account so that we get the real emails. Here's another thing you can do as well. I'm just thinking back to the Kartra review thing. I'm still a little bit shocked at that for two reasons. One is that a feature snippet can be optimized, so you can choose to optimize for a feature snippet, and if you get it right, you're basically knocking off 6 competitors all at one time by getting that spot. If you can push the video carousel off, if that's what's happening, and I think that's what's happening, if you're pushing the video carousel off, then that's a powerful thing to understand how to do, right? You're knocking out 6 competitors all at one time, and that's pretty powerful. And we can do that with the RankAttack system. Okay, we just need to know how to optimize for these feature snippets. Here's the second thing, like you can see these questions in here. Okay, if I open that up, we've got like Kartra.com, open up here, we've got smartbusinesstrends.com, etc. And down here we've got this markeasy.com, etc., etc. Right, okay, so let's go and find FAQ snippets plugin. This is what you can actually do on your blog post. You can see this one, FAQ snippets. This is a plugin. Okay, and when we open that up, this is for this domain. This is for this domain. This is for this domain. So he's got some FAQs for his specific web page. Look at the amount of real estate it takes up. That's the FAQ snippet. This is when that Kartra thing's racing through my mind. This is what I'm saying. If we can optimize for that using the RankAttack SEO system to be able to rank that web page, and we have things like this, then it's making that system even more powerful, especially for the affiliate marketing stuff, where you can earn very, very good commissions from a lot of traffic coming daily. That's a nice little system that actually plays right into our hands. Powerful stuff. So if you got the feature snippet and then you have this, because usually the feature snippet, I go back there, Kartra review, what's this, system.io, it's going to see if it's on page 1, or if they've just, or have they changed this again now? It used to be that the feature snippet would show here and then they would have a result on the first page as well. It looks like they've made it just the first page. And they've made it just one listing instead of 2. That's interesting. Well, it might work, it might not work, I don't know. Okay. I didn't realize they changed it. It used to be you would have your feature snippet up there if you were ranking sort of in the first page. And your other listing would be here as well. So you'd have the feature snippet and a page 1 listing. Okay, here's something interesting as well, Quora.com. Quora.com. When you see this kind of stuff, note it down, because you can actually go and manipulate that as well. It's not hard. You can get Pico workers, people to vote you up and stuff like that as well. And here's a tool as well that is kind of handy. I forgot about this. questionpro.io. This is good for Quora marketing. You can get a 2-week trial with these guys. They're from Ukraine, I think. No. Question Pro. I'll try it one more time. Something weird happening here. That's Questions Pro, not question. It's an S. You can get a 2-week trial with these guys, and it will help you to monitor Quora And you can find great ideas here as well for your video content. You can find good ideas here for your blog posts. You can find good ideas for affiliate marketing campaigns. I'll just log in here. And what you do with this is you create a project, and once you've created a project, you go into this keyword section here, and it allows you to put in up to, I think it used to be 10 keywords. It looks like they've cut it down to 5 now. Even 5 is enough. So you've got these keywords that you put in here, and what it does is it monitors Quora for you. Okay, so you can see here for affiliate marketing. If I open this up, it will tell me the questions in Quora. It will tell me the total views in Quora. Look at the traffic in this. Seriously, like 476,000 people have viewed that particular question. Imagine you got your content in front of them. This is crazy, crazy stuff. It's on page 1 of Google as well. Let's just check that. How can I start affiliate marketing? Come down. Let's try page 2. Yeah, Quora is on page 2 now. But you can even boost that. You can backlink these as well. If you've got like the top answer and you've voted yourself up or got people and Pico workers to vote you up with your video and stuff, you can put your video on here as well. Then that's pretty cool. It's got like 903 followers. So you could have like 903 people following this, and you drop in a link to something. You know, you could be building an email list just from this. You could actually do very, very, very effective marketing just from this one little tool here called Questions Pro. I think for the premium version, it costs like $27 a month, but you can take a 2-week trial and look at, you can get all these answers. Pretty cool. Okay. It's another way you can take it further. So if you see things like Quora on page 1 for your keyword, whatever that keyword was that we were looking for, forgotten already. Is it this one? Then you can go in there, you can answer and use the Pico workers to vote yourself up, but make sure it's a very, very good answer if you're going to do that, so that you can, you know, justify that spot of being top answer. All right. Any questions? It's pretty easy stuff. Okay, the final one here, the step 4. It's one I just found. I haven't used it. I found it was very, very, very interesting. Okay, this is on Fiverr.com. I kind of stumbled upon this yesterday. Okay, I will drive low bounce traffic for 3 minutes visit duration. Okay, this needs tested because we don't know. We really don't know. But for 20 bucks, that could be worth it. That could be worth it. It just gives you extra traffic. Now he's basically saying that he's driving traffic from social media pages. Okay, so this is going to be different from the Pico workers traffic. This is going to be different from the YouTube ads traffic. It gives a bit more diversity from Quora, from Reddit, from Tumblr, etc. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. It's worth a try. It's definitely worth a try. But do it with something that you've got either cemented, or do it with somebody else's stuff. It's kind of nasty, but it's sometimes the only way you can find out. And that can work pretty well. Okay. No questions? You guys are quiet. All right, so what you've got from today, I'm just going to click on save this. I need to run some campaigns. Pick out three or four main keywords. and run that. I'm not going to run it now because it might pop up when I'm doing the webinar. I don't want it to. So what you got from today was you've discovered some tools, traffic tools, the core one. You've found some for the YouTube optimization, finding tags, finding what other people are ranking for. Yeah, you can do the same with vidIQ, but there's a difference there in that you can get those keywords, longer tail keywords that are not showing inside vidIQ. vidIQ actually goes and checks according to the tags that you use. And I think that Tutorial will find other ones that might not be used in the tags, and that might be the difference. Okay, so you've discovered all that kind of stuff. You've got the YouTube SEO checklist. You've got the $1 a day YouTube ads checklist as well. And you have basically I've explained basically what is happening with the user behavior signals, the ranking factors behind it, why it works, what to watch out for. And that when the real traffic comes, unless you've done a reasonably decent job for decent content, then it will, anything you do with VidAttack Alpha, if you don't have good content or don't have decent content, it will just be undone. There's no way that VidAttack Alpha or any other tool could match the amount of traffic that you can drive from some of these keywords inside YouTube. I'm not talking about search volumes from keyword tools. Inside YouTube, you've got much, much, much different volumes, and this is real data that we can actually see as well inside YouTube. I go into some of this stuff in here. I mean, if we go into the channel spy here, SEO for beginners, I mean, really, over 2 years, it's got 1.5 million views. That's 750,000 views. If you break that down, I'm not quite sure that would match this one here. Any keyword tool just not match these volumes, and they can't match these volumes because there's so much traffic inside YouTube. In many ways, it's actually better than Google because the traffic is warm. Okay, it's not cold traffic from Google, although traffic volumes from Google should be much, much higher. I'm not sure it is sometimes. Okay, how to write a blog post from start to finish, 434,000 video views. Well, in 1 year. Mario, does it work in the background? Yeah, you can set it so that the video browser won't pop up. But what happens is it will still sort of, it lets you know when it's found your video and starts to watch it. Okay, it will play the first few seconds, which is, I don't want to happen when I'm on the webinar. Okay. What I do to start with is I will do about 12 views. I will take the full title. Okay, I will just take the full title and I will put it in here. Right, and I will run maybe about 10 or 12 video views on the full title, because you're going to get found for your full title. As long as you're not unlisted, you'll get found. And that full title has those keywords that you're targeting anyway. And then you start to narrow it down. Now, what I will do is I will pick up one. Basically, you can go into the vidIQ, like I did here, and I just refreshed it, and I've seen, after a few views, I started to see this one is ranking already. So I picked up this keyword and I ran another bunch of views just for this keyword because I knew it could be found. Okay, that's the way I did that. And then we can start to expand out. Stepping stones with the campaigns, it's not hard, it's just stepping stones. You just want to sort of nudge it. That's all we're doing, we're just nudging it. If you've got any content like it's on page 2 or page 3 of Google, and you want to move it, you want to get it pushed up, say for example like a blog post or landing page or sales page or anything like that, squeeze page, then use this strategy for that. Just put the one link in your description and use this strategy and it will bump you up. This is a surefire way to do that. And if you combine that with the Beaker workers, it should really cement it as well at that particular time. For brand new campaigns, I would say that this, to cement the rankings, that can happen with the Pico worker stuff as well once you start to get the social signals and stuff. But with the YouTube views as well, with those people actually choosing to click, okay, it's not forced on them, that advert. People are choosing to click. If you get reasonably good sort of retention time on your video when they are clicking through, and if they can get them to take any action at all, then that's going to be very, very good. The most important one would be earned views. So if somebody's clicked through on your advert and then they've gone to watch some other videos of yours, then YouTube likes that, Google really likes that, because you're keeping people on the platform. That's a major ranking factor. So they come into YouTube because of your video, or they stay on YouTube because of your video. They go and start exploring other things, like watching more of your videos. That's a major ranking factor that will help you build some authority, etc. Okay, no questions? Mario, hide my ass settings. Okay, the settings in here we can use this. I don't use this. I never use this. I use the squid proxies. I don't know how well it works. I know that other people are using it. It can work. Here's why it can work, is because you can do the settings within your hide my ass desktop application. So you download the desktop application, right? And you do the settings in there to change every 10 minutes or 20 minutes, depending on the length of your video. If your video is only 3 minutes, I think the minimum you can set it is to change every sort of 10 minutes or so. Okay. Oh, here's the interval time here. He's actually added it in here now. That's how long it's been since I looked at this particular setting. The reason why it could work is because we are not needing huge amounts of views. Okay. We don't need to go and get 500 views with VidAttack Alpha. Okay, we really don't. Oftentimes, you can find like under 50 views, you're ranking for multiple keywords, and then you can take it into step 2, and you can go and get some user behavior signals. So it's just a stepping stone, and it's all kind of hands-free. I mean, these campaigns take like 2-3 minutes to set up inside the software. The Pico workers would take 2 or 3 minutes to set up if you can take a screenshot. I use this little tool called Lightshot on Windows, and basically I can just press on the F7 and take a screenshot whenever, you know, something like that, and save it, that kind of thing. You know, it takes seconds to set up these campaigns, whether it's Pico workers or whether it's VidAttack Alpha, not seconds, a few minutes. It's just easy to do. So you don't need huge amounts of views. So this could work very, very well. I don't use it myself. Okay, I really don't. I just use the squid proxies. Another thing was that we were going to do some sharing. I would suggest to do some sharing. Here's what I would suggest. Okay, for now anyway. You go to the Lead Blaster Facebook page. Okay, if you put in here notifications for swapping campaigns, why would you want to do that? Well, you can get more views if you are, say for example, you got 25 squid IP proxies. You want to run maybe 50 to 100 video views, right? You've got 25 proxies. That means that proxy is being used maybe 4 times. So what you want to do is you got somebody else in the same situation. Instead of having to go and buy like 50 squid IP proxies so that you can double the amount you can do, what you can do is you can just basically export your campaigns. Okay, really easy, really quick. With the VidAttack Alpha, all you do is you come into your campaign. Make sure you've only got the one campaign showing in here. You can save all these into your into a folder in your documents or something on your computer. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to checkbox when you've got one in here and click on save. And then you can just swap your campaign with someone else. So they will go and get you 50 views and you do 50 views for them, for example. And that works perfectly well. So that's like having 50 IPs. That can work. So if you did that with 3 or 4 people, that's nice and easy, yeah? So what I suggest you do is the reason I want to use a Facebook page is that I can send notifications. So I can send notifications, like, I can say like Mario wants to do 50 views or something like that. So if you miss something, or maybe I want to create a Google doc from all the comments from people who want to do it, then we can do that. And I can just notify every few days or so, and nobody misses anything. That's why I want to use a page, so we can do the notifications like that. This is RankAttack 2.0, Alexia. This is RankAttack. RankAttack 2.0 is the course, is what I'm training, okay? The actual software is VidAttack Alpha Lite, okay? VidAttack Alpha Lite. If you've already got VidAttack Alpha, then you're okay. You get VidAttack Alpha with RankAttack SEO, okay? So the VidAttack Alpha is the tool. RankAttack SEO course is what we're doing right now. So it's actual training, just a system. Yeah, all right. So that's about it. If anybody wants to ask any questions, now would be the time. Did you learn something? Did you get something valuable from this? Give me some feedback, if you don't mind, because it helps with future trainings that we do around this particular topic. I know I can sort of wander off, but you get some good stuff when I wander off as well. The stuff with the passive income ladder, go and have a look at that. You will discover how that guy is actually making like $50,000 in a day sometimes. And this is not bullshit stuff. This is real stuff you will see from his videos in real time. Okay, then you got a whole bunch of tools that you never knew about, and a whole bunch of tools that you can reuse again and again. It's pretty good. So anyway, keep an eye on that thank you page. I don't know if I will do a second webinar. It's sometimes easier just to do shorter videos for the next steps, like the Pico workers and all that kind of stuff. It's just quick and easy. It's like 5-minute video instead of sitting there for an hour, for you guys as well, because it's kind of boring if you have to sit and go through those steps that you probably already can see on the screen anyway. So it's going to be easier. But if we feel like we need to do a Q&A session, you can always ask, and we can do that. Okay, I don't mind to do that. Yeah, Mario, what I did is with the step-by-step stuff, well, if you sign up for, I think it was the YouTube SEO checklist, you will be on an autoresponder list, and it will show you the setup. You should get the first video immediately, because I was deliberately putting that content into that list so that we could filter out people that weren't totally interested in the SEO stuff. The people that are coming into that list are, there's a lot of new people coming in from the Chrome store, for example, or from the Google rankings for some of the keywords we're ranking for. What I wanted to do was show them this strategy sort of over the shoulder with the VidAttack Alpha. That way, if people are kind of squeamish about any black hat, gray hat kind of stuff, then they would probably wander away, even though it was interesting for them if they watched it, because they would see the principles behind it and they would understand something, and a new way to think about SEO. But once you understand those principles, and then I followed that up about 3 or 4 days later with proof of results. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 days. It's not always happening within minutes anymore, like it used to even 2 years ago, but it does happen. You just got to stick at it and keep the faith with it. And you don't need to, still don't make huge amounts of views. So if you've done like 50 views and you don't see rankings yet, don't panic. Do all your views on YouTube. I never even go outside of YouTube for the views anymore. I stick inside YouTube. So if you signed up for the YouTube SEO checklist, you will have this step-by-step video, more step-by-step focused video. I think it's about 20 minutes setting this up from scratch. And it was this campaign here. What is YouTube SEO? We did a total of 37 views, and we're ranking for 3 keywords with 2,900 search volume for the web page. I don't know what we're ranking for the video. I wasn't really bothered about that. It was really to get people to go into the checklist and sign up. We've got 1,800 people now signed up from that email list. But I did send out an email to you guys to say, like, go and get this checklist. So that's been kind of, it's no longer in the case study anymore. But after 1 month, we had like 1,350 people, something like that, had actually opted in the space of 1 month. It was like 45 people per day coming into the email list. And that was basically from this campaign, being kickstarted from this campaign with just 37 views, in combination with the Chrome store ranking for just about any keyword that you want. I mean, you can really hold back serious competition. If you look at YouTube SEO checklist as a keyword phrase, you will see really serious competition underneath. HubSpot, Brian Dean, Neil Patel, Miles Becker, who's got a massive YouTube audience. That's the power of the Chrome store. That's why I take advantage of the Chrome store, because what I used to do was I used to create these blog posts that would take me a long time to set up and then to format them. And then sometimes I would have to wait for a virtual assistant to help me. Somebody like Tanya would have to help me with the Thrive themes and stuff like that. I don't need to do that anymore with these checklists. Everything is there. I don't need any complicated funnels. I don't need any landing pages. There's an opt-in lock there. All I need to do is explain to them, look, here's a YouTube SEO checklist. It's taken from people like Backlinko and from people like Ahrefs and from people like Neil Patel and HubSpot. I've actually gone through the training. I've watched the videos. I've taken the best actionable tips that actually do work, and I put them into a simple checklist, and I added some of my own, and people are just opting in. The conversion rate is like 25%, which is kind of high, but it's because of the way you pre-sell your Chrome extension. So that's basically the way I'm doing stuff now. I don't foresee me changing anything there now. It's just so much easier. I don't need any squeeze pages. I don't need any complicated landing pages, any blog posts. I don't need to spend hours. And what we do with those checklists is basically like a skeleton of what I would do for a blog post before. So if I was to create a blog post before, like a really epic blog post, I would have a skeleton. That skeleton would be like a checklist and subheadlines. All of that's done with the lead blaster now within that particular application, so that, you know, that's all I need to do. You can easily do one of them per day. And if you were getting, you know, if you had 10 of them and you got like 1,300 people in 1 month from one of them, if you times that by 10, that's 13,000 people on an email list in 1 month. And it's real stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. That's really my focus for the VidAttack Alpha stuff. Everything is basically for that. And you can see that I don't even need huge amounts of views. 37 views, and it kickstarted that. 1 month later, and I've got 1,350 people opted into my email list. That would never happen with the blog. And even the blog post is not even ranking yet on page 1. And that's after like 4, 5, 6 weeks or something like that. It's quick and easy, fast. That to me is why we do SEO, to get results like that. For me, it's always been about building the email list. From there, you can remarket other stuff, get people to come onto webinars to sell something, get people to come and you know, watch a video you did or whatever it might be. You've got an email list. That's traffic that you control. Okay, if you have an email list, if you've got thousands of people on an email list, you've got traffic at the click of a button to go to an affiliate offer, to go and watch a video, to go to a blog post, to go to a landing page, whatever it might be, go on a webinar. You've got traffic that you control. That is probably the most important thing that we can do as marketers, like own traffic, get traffic that we can control. It's really, really, really important. So the shorter the distance we can get to that point with pre-qualified traffic, with targeted traffic, that's the holy grail for what we want to be able to do as far as the traffic. Then it's all about the marketing from that point. Once we know we've got traffic, then we need to convert that traffic. Then we become marketers. So if we can bypass as much as possible from things like blog posts and landing pages and $300 a month funnel softwares and stuff like that you're fighting with, and just make it quick, make it easy, get me the results, and I'll figure out what to do with the traffic. That is really what it's about, in my opinion. Anyway, okay, let's see. CTR function on VidAttack Alpha, the click-through rate. Okay, come in. I think you mean the campaign, yeah? Let's go into video views. Let's come in here. I'll just use the same ones we used before, keyword, because we know that was ranking here on page 1, so we don't have to, we don't have to see here the web browser. Okay, you can put that in here. This keyword spelling correction. Okay, this strategy, I never really got to the bottom of this strategy. I discovered when I was doing like car insurance keywords. There was some typos like 66,000 search volume per month. And we've built this into VidAttack Alpha so that it would not change the spelling, okay? So that we could go and get rankings for those keywords that are typos, basically. It does work, but I never really sort of followed through on the strategy. I think I actually gave that away as a bonus, that particular strategy, but all it was using VidAttack Alpha. So if you find something that's a typo, and there's some keyword tools that will tell you keywords that are typos, for example, you can find some that are very, very, very high volume, and you can get rankings for them. And the only problem is, and this is where I got stuck, is that when somebody types in something on Google, for example, it autocorrects. So unless they type in with a sort of phrase match or something like that, I don't know how it's really beneficial. I'm sure there's something there, I just haven't given it a lot of thought. But that is that's an interesting thing that we can explore probably over the next few weeks. I need to dig into that. So anyway, yeah, this campaign, okay, I need 42 views. That's what I've asked it to do. So far, we have got like 21 out of 42. I'm going to choose this keyword here because we know that it's ranking. See this other stuff up here, suggested view count? I never use that. I just don't bother with that. Okay, it's there if you want to use it. I don't. I don't click the link in the description either. Okay, I'm going to leave that, and I always have left that for real traffic. Okay. The problem with this is we don't have a second step here. When I do the next version of VidAttack Alpha, there will be a second step here that will take them into the blog browser, which is going to sit on the page for about 2 minutes. Okay. And you can also do with the blog browser, you can tell it to, click about another 10 pages if you want to, and spend 30 minutes between 10 pages. And that would mean three minutes per page on average. Okay, we just do it randomly. Anyway, let's click on this. So I've made the web browser visible. Okay, and I can just click on the run now. Now, before you run it, make sure your proxies are working, etc. Just go and check all that kind of stuff. I've already done that this morning. And if you see any errors show up here, just don't touch this at all. Just let it do what it does. No matter what it says on the screen, just let it do what it does. Because we're using a specific version of a browser. For some reason, I'm not even sure, but he insists that that's the best way to do it. So it works, it gets me results. I don't question it. It does just what I need it to do. We could take this a lot further. We could do this on a blockchain where we've got multiple servers. We could do this where we put something on users' desktops if they choose to, and they can share each other's content and stuff like that. You can take it as far as you want. But here's the thing, you don't need to. Okay, you don't need to. You don't even need to have like Google logins. I was going to add that the last time, but it just gets results without any of that tech, without any of that complications. And the sooner we can get to the result that we want, the better it is. And it's really just that kind of situation. So it's saying it's not finding the keyword. It's kind of weird. So and here we'll refresh the page and see if there's any other rankings picked up, any other keywords picked up yet. There you go. Yeah, rankings disappear. Sometimes that will happen, it will come back again. It's kind of weird. blog promotion tools, it's still saying that we're ranking for that, so maybe I just need to run it again. I'm going to click on stop, click on edit. I'm going to change one thing. I'll take away the S and I'll click on save. It might just be that particular proxy. It can be like that sometimes. Click on run now again. And when you're targeting for keywords, so the old way we used to do this for the RankAttack system was that it would be the exact keyword, the exact spelling of the keyword that you would rank for, until I sort of stumbled upon the sort of 100-character title optimization, the broad match optimization. Yeah, so we're here. Oh, actually, no, you see that? My, oh man, I might have messed up. I forgot I created some checklists and some playlists. Here we are. The playlists are all on page 1 as well. That's from VidCurate Alpha. It's going to watch the video now. Hey guys, Tony here. I've just finished. Right, so that's basically that. I'm going to make this mute and it can just play in the background there. Okay, but that's basically how it works. Okay, so it's going to use the browser. You can see we're not signed in. We don't need to be. It doesn't have to be more complicated because it sounds like it should be. It really doesn't. Okay, we've had variations of this tool since 2014. If I wanted to take this further, I would have by now. And I still might if it's going to be some kind of a big membership kind of thing where we're using blockchain, where we're using multiple servers, where we're using like advanced technologies. I've seen people with tools that will, you know, it will tell you, okay, do the view with the mobile views. Here's the thing, following this RankAttack SEO system, you don't need all that. You don't need all that. And some of those tools are costing like $97 a month. For what? You can do this system like this without having to pay that kind of money. It just works, okay? It just plain works. And you can do this in any niche as well, okay? You just got to understand the principles behind it. I've even had people from other people's tools come and say to me, why am I not ranking using that tool when it's doing the same? And I've even openly told them, and then the next minute this guy's running about doing a video and trying to teach people what I just taught him, what I just taught his customers, and he hasn't even got that right. And he's just giving wrong information because they're guessing. Here's the thing, we've been doing this since 2014. It works if you understand the principles, and the principles are that we want to get the CTR clicks in combination with the high retention views for the purpose of getting the initial rankings, so that when the real traffic comes, we optimize as marketers and we forget about the SEO at that point. We've already got the rankings, we start to optimize for the SEO. We start to optimize for the marketing. We know that if we put one link in the description, we will rank web pages. That's interesting if we do it for the feature snippets optimization, like we just seen with that capture thing that kind of blew my mind earlier. And all those kind of things are possible just by making it simpler without complicating the stuff, without getting into stuff because it makes more sense. It doesn't have to make sense, it just plain works. Okay, it's simple stuff. Anyway, I was going to show something else and I kind of forgot already. I went off on another tangent again, as I often do. If anybody tries this Fiverr, please let me know via the Facebook page or something. I'm really interested to see how that works. And you will find other stuff as well that you can use if you go and have a look on Fiverr. Things like you can have like a stepping stone to protect your traffic or to protect your content and protect your rankings. For example, there was one I was looking at before. It would drive like 50,000 real people to a Telegram page or something like that. That could be good if you have an extra step for them to take. So like go and check this out and send them to you know, some kind of medium.com post or not a YouTube video, but something that it doesn't matter to you if the user behavior signals are not great, okay? Something like a medium.com blog post would be perfect, where you can just put a link in there and get them to go from there to somewhere else. And that could be useful, so you've got an extra step or two, but if you've got that amount of traffic, 50,000 people, and you ended up with like 20 or 30 opt-ins from it, could be worth it, okay? Google Doc, did I not give you Google Doc? Should be in. It was, yeah, here. It's on slide number 6, Alexia, for the Pico workers. Slide number 6. I'll put it into the last one as well. There we go. So in the last slide as well. So in both number 6 and the last one. Okay. Okay, Martin, if videos are not ranking, okay, if you've got a situation where your video is not ranking and you can't find it for the full title, my guess is it's been slapped, and it might be because you have bought some views before. I had to say, was it you that sent in a ticket about that about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I remember seeing a support ticket, and I went looking for that particular video from the search results, and it looked like it had a lot of views. I can't remember, it was thousands of views, but you couldn't find it in the search results, even for the full title. And my first question, which was confirmed, was, have you bought views? And the answer was yes. Was that you? Then if that's the situation, you better just redo the video. You don't have to re-record the video, you can re-upload the video. Just optimize it and do it nicely next time. Do it like this. So if you want to buy views that you control. Okay, don't buy subscribers. Don't buy subscribers. That gives you really bad user behavior signals, or for the metrics, for the analytics, it will look not good. You've got 100,000 subscribers and you got like 100 views. You know, just it's not normal. Mm-hmm. Launch jacking tool. Launch jacking tool. That was the tool we had in the live stream, Arthur. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, I need to come back to. I got some other questions. I'm just trying to go through these in order. Otherwise, I tend to lose my place with this. Mario's asking. I've got many search engines. I'm using the full version here. So the search engines that I have got, I'll just click on stop here. You can see that we've added. This is with the extension pack. We've got Bing, Yahoo, and Bing Video and Yahoo Video. If we do a search in Google, any result, okay, you will come up to the top here and you see this video section. That's what we call Google Video. Okay, this is kind of good if you want to start ranking on Google for your keywords. This is a kind of in-between stepping stone between the YouTube and the full Google, where you're more likely to get found here, and you can increase the views from inside the Google search engine by using this. We've done the same with Bing as well. So if I go over to Bing.com, and Bing and Yahoo's basically has got the same search engine now, but they actually produce different results. Kind of interesting. Different audiences as well. So if I go in here and I put in, for example, blog promotion, tools. I bet I did a typo, didn't I? I could feel it. Blog promotion tools. Okay, so we got the blog promotion tools, and you can see these results as normal in here. Now, if I click on here, you can see we've got for videos as well. Now, watch what happens here. If I go and click through on what it is, okay, we can get a click through from other search engines. If I click on here and then click on here, this is where it gets more powerful. Why? What ranking factors to YouTube and Google like? They like when traffic is coming into their platform, okay? They will reward videos that get people coming from other websites into their platform, okay? That's what that does. The Bing video and the Yahoo video does exactly that. So we'll open the video here. Instead of watching the video here, it's going to click on here. It's going to take into youtube.com. Okay, that's kind of powerful. And that's exactly what we made that one do. So we could have stopped it, just watch the video on here, and it would have been like a referral view from another site. But it's much more powerful if you're getting the video. If that video is bringing people into youtube.com, it's a ranking factor. Okay, we know it's a ranking factor because they have ranking factors for how long you keep people on the site. Okay, that's just builds authority, etc. So that's a quick way to build authority. As long as you can get found, you might want to do a few views for us to be able to get that. You might even need some backlinks. I haven't really dug into this part, even since we had built it. I never dug into it really deeply. I just have my own little system, but I knew this would be a good one to add and that I will probably use someday. Okay, anyway, let's come back. It would be great not to have to verify in the mobile every time. There's another way to verify. Yeah, well, where are you verifying from? What, from the VidCurate Alpha, or what? What tool are you talking about? VidCurate, well, yes and no. Okay, VidCurate Alpha is, you can add some authorized APIs. Okay, you can use some authorized API in here, and when you have done that, it should, in theory, log in without you having to verify with the mobile again. What I found is that just using some accounts for the purpose of doing the work that I do with the VidCurate Alpha, which a lot of the time is boosting optimization. It's just maybe advanced strategies that we've built in here. I don't need to use my main channel, okay? So what I do is I have maybe 2 or 3 different Google accounts that is not double verify, okay? And I work with those. So for example, before we came in, I would actually forgot about this. So I forgot completely about this. I had been building those playlists, the ones you just saw ranking. And you can see what we do with this, with the SERPs tool in here, is we basically will create a playlist around a keyword, and you will tell SERPs how many videos to add into the playlist. And if you put in here, say like 14, then you're going to have 15 videos in total in your playlist, because it's going to put your video at the top, okay? And what it's going to do is going to take the top ranked videos for the next 14 places. So the number 1 video will be number 2 in your playlist. The number 14 video in the YouTube search results will be video number 15 in your playlist, okay? And we can put in here some anchor text, not anchor text, we can put in here some spin text, okay, for this kind of stuff in here. Here's where it gets really interesting with this. I mean, that was already ranking. We saw that when I had that browser pop up. But when I go in here into this info section, then what I can do, you can see it's taking the first 6 tags. I can make it take more tags if I want to. Okay, and I can click through on some of these and tell it to add these tags. So this is a combination of the tags between all of those videos. Okay, And then what we can do, actually, I didn't think it was going to do that unless I saved it. Anyway, I better just add those back in. It basically takes the top 6 tags automatically. Okay. And then what we can do is we can send it to the RSS. We can do some syndication with that. I rarely use that tool anymore. I just don't use it. That tool was actually made for WordPress. And there was somebody else teaching that strategy before, very, very well-known marketer who was selling that strategy, just a strategy, for like $500. To me, I built that into WordPress, that particular strategy, for getting fast indexing for when you're doing like mass page building. The only wire is okay. If you've got an only wire account, that's good. It'll get you some instant backlinks, etc. And here what we can do as well is the translate. This is really interesting because what we can do then is we can basically translate this into multiple languages. So I can choose all those languages. Now it's going to do it randomly. It's not going to take every single one of those every single time. And it's kind of deliberately built in like that, so that when I click on this, it will just go and translate all of those. We'll do the translation first locally, and then it's going to pop up with the web browser. So anyway, to answer your question with how do we get from from the mobile phone verification to translation? I don't even know how that happened. Oh, my API is not working. That's the thing with the Google APIs. You need to put multiple Google APIs in. I need to click that again until it finds an API that's working. So when you're in your settings, you go into your YouTube APIs, have multiple ones in here. I've got about 5. I need to get them to put in here to say which ones are dead, to let us know if the quota's already gone, so that we know, to take them out even temporarily. Just makes it easier to work with. But basically what that would have done, I'm not going to run it again, is it would do the translations for those particular videos. And it doesn't show actually on the video, it's just a feature that's inside YouTube, so that if somebody's typing in Portuguese, they can actually find your content. Okay, and these rank very, very well, these playlists, when they're created like this. You can do the extra boosting, etc., etc. Okay, and they rank very, very well. I think we saw some rankings for that. What was the keyword? It was blog promotion. Blog promotion tool. Got a video there. Here's the playlist. You can see these playlists, they rank really well. There's another 2 down here. So 3 playlists are ranking, and we start to overtake the page, which you got to be careful of, because that, believe it or not, can be a negative thing for us if you get it too much. And you're not without even any more optimization than what we did. That was just a single click of a button. So basically what you're doing there, you're putting in your keywords that it's going to create the playlist around. So what I do with this is create playlists around 3 or 4 different keywords that I really want to rank for. Okay, and that just builds your relevance to your video, because you actually position as a Warrior Plus launch that particular tool. That's just one small button here of VidCurate Alpha. I've ranked 50 partnerships using that. We have like insurance, Alabama, insurance, Texas, California, etc. All 50 states. We did, and we had page one rankings in YouTube for every single one of them from a single click of a button. Okay, so my campaign already. My campaign is every class, and we really do translated go thing organization. It takes every single those in the description. We hash the chance so any hack and post and people take onto that. No, that's why very cool. I so you take down. It's just I need some I got just tagging off my very good moves. I show them off as much as possible. Okay, I'm still here. I'm just trying to close some stuff down. So if you get any more questions, let's have the questions and we can cover without answers for any of this. It's a nice simple system. It's not complicated at all. You just got to understand why we're doing it, and the steps will make sense. All right. Okay. Doesn't matter. Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. Right. Because if you can hear now, you question Martin about the video views and the video that cannot be found. I'm guessing that you might have bought some. It might just maybe people just bouncing off, etc. So they will de-index for those keywords. They don't want to show the videos that have got poor user behavior signals, so they'll probably have de-indexed. That's my guess. In that case, then take your video, add some new thumbnail, put in some kind of an intro, and just redo it, or just remake the video completely. And just don't buy any views in the same way as you did before. If you follow this system with the Pico workers and then do some $1 a day YouTube ads, even if you let YouTube ads run for a month, it cost you $31, and that's 31,000 views you'll eventually have. I think, is that calculation right? Probably not. But you can just keep running it, so you got at least about 3,000 views coming that way. Then it's natural views, and it will rank your video as well. It was because the resources in the computer was getting sucked up. That's why I had to close some tools. It's because I was playing around with the RankAttack Alpha. What I was saying about the playlist is that it's very easy to rank for even competitive keywords with playlists, especially with the set curate strategy. And I was explaining I got 50 page one rankings for car insurance keywords by using that strategy. So we had compared car insurance everywhere from Alabama to Wyoming. We had Texas, New York, page one rankings for each. And the funny thing happened that I showed it on a webinar. I showed 3 results on the webinar, and within a week, those 3 results had disappeared. So I don't know if somebody did some negative SEO or something like that, but I lost my rankings. One of them did come back though afterwards. And the other ones are still ranking, so there's going to be a whole bunch of them if you type in compare car insurance, like Massachusetts and places like that. You will find that we're ranking there. For those playlists will be on page one. So one click of a button got 50 page one rankings using these playlists for compare car insurance keywords. That's major. That is mega. That's powerful, powerful stuff. It's because of the on-page optimization we do. It's because of the strategy. The complete strategy is actually very, very, very sort of ninja, very, very clever. And it's not my strategy. Originally, it was a guy called Mark. I forgot Mark's surname. Oh man, I can't remember his surname. So Mark created a strategy to help his daughter get ranking for keywords that are like Taylor Swift kind of song names and stuff like that. And what they had done, and the way that the search results reacted at that time is different from now. I modified the strategy because it doesn't work the same way now. But what happened for Mark and his daughter was that he found that if you put your own video at the top of a playlist with the top ranked videos for that particular keyword term, then you start to see that your playlist will start to rank, and then eventually you will see that your video will start to rank, and also you're going to see that your playlist will rank in Google. Okay, now it's different today. It doesn't work like that. Well, it kind of still does, but you got to modify it. So what I did is basically I improved the on-page SEO. So we take the titles of every single video and put that into description. We combine all the tags from all the videos. We take the top 6. We create thumbnail from your video. We set that as the playlist thumbnail. We optimize the tags, description, etc., and then we can take it further with translations and stuff like that. So we're just taking it further with that. But all I did was click of a button, and those car insurance keywords were all ranking on page 1. But if you do it, don't show off to people, don't tell people, because there's always somebody who might try to take it on. Okay. CTR clicks that we had in here. Where did it go? In VidAttack Alpha, we've got a tool there called CTR clicks. Let me just close this one down. That is for negative SEO, and it really does work. I took down somebody's video the other day just testing, and the reason I took his video down because he was actually telling people I've got a new version of this video, and it was just there. It was kind of asking. So I sent 50 CTR clicks, and what happened was that it will go and it will do the CTR click, and it will bounce off within about 3 seconds. I think we gave it up to 5 seconds. It will just randomly bounce off anything between 3 and 5 seconds. And if you do that, that video is going to lose its rankings. Okay, and I tested it last week. It's the only time I've actually done it in a negative SEO way, but it works. So if you want to take someone down who's been nasty to you, that's the way to do it. Mobile verification. All right, so what you need to do, I've got some videos, there should be some videos in there showing you how to do the authentication. Okay, so once you have added your YouTube, your Google accounts, okay, you can expand your account. Let me just open up again. I need to open it to explain it. Okay, so you can expand your accounts, and then once you've expanded your accounts, what you want to do is you're going to run the API. I'll show you how that's done. Okay, so in the YouTube accounts over here. Okay, when I'm in the YouTube accounts, let's close that for now. You can see the API key is set, right? When you first verify a Gmail account, okay, it's going to be just that Gmail in one row over the top. When you click to expand from here, you need to checkbox it first. You click on expand, then it's going to expand all of those channels that are in that Gmail account. Okay, when you've expanded it all, then what you're going to do is you're just going to double click, and you're going to choose the API key that you want to work with. Okay, and you're going to click on OK. And when you've done that, then what you're going to do is you're going to click on Start Authorizing APIs. You need to do that with every channel that you've got within that Gmail account first. You're going to double click, choose the API, and you do it for all of the channels that's expanded. When you've done that, then you click on Start Authorizing APIs. Sometimes it will miss one or two and you need to redo that one or two. It's okay, just do it again. Okay, sometimes happens. It can be the API is problematic. It can be that the IP didn't catch or a capture, something like that. It can be anything. Just run it again anyway. It usually will work. Okay. You can clear API caches, etc. in here as well if you want to start afresh. I try not to do that. Just do that if it's last resort. Okay, I wouldn't do that. If you want to sort of expand your accounts because you've got multiple playlists or something, you want to run on multiple campaigns with content, you can just click on here to clone, and it will just open up all of these again. And if you checkbox again, and it'll open up all the ones again. So you can keep doubling the amount of channels or the amount of channels you can work with, so that when you're into you know, things like this and you're creating playlists, etc., then you can really expand your playlist. You can really sort of create hundreds, especially with the SERP curator, you can create hundreds. The other cool thing, if you haven't seen this tool before, it's really cool. You can actually go and find other people's playlists, and you can rebuild the playlist onto your own API, into your own URL. If I type in here recipe, for example, and I do a search, oh, that API is dead. Let's try another one. Okay, so I've got this keyword recipe. Now I'm going to sort this by the views. And you see this has got like 3.9 million views. Snacks recipe, quick and easy. That tells about human nature. Everything quick and easy snack. The same happens with marketing as well. If you've got marketing tools and marketing strategies, people want it quick and easy. But what you can do with this is you can actually, I'm not going to do this 440 because it'll take a while to load. Let's come down to take another one. This one's got 11. You can look at the videos that's in the playlist. You can choose the ones you want to use, and you can go and rebuild that exact playlist if you want to. I can actually go and pull in that, and I can do a combination of these playlists that have got really, really high amounts of traffic. Right now, that is their videos. That is not my videos. And even if I rebuild it, I'm going to get my own YouTube playlist URL. But I've basically cloned a playlist that's got like almost 4 million views. Okay, do you think we can get some views if we optimize it better with the optimization tools that we got built into VidCurate Alpha? Absolutely. So you can do that, and what you can do is you can put some of your own videos in between, maybe some Amazon products if it's recipes, etc. Just some ideas. It's very, very cool tool. I like that tool very, very much. Anyway, yeah, it's one of the best tools that we've done. I play with that tool just sometimes watching the TV, just curious what I can come up with. Things you can do, it's really good. It's great for research. And the good thing about research is you can save it onto your computer, so you never lose that research. It's always there for you, and you can update these at any time as well, just a single click. Launch tracking tool, right? So the launch tracking tool, is this the one that was in live stream alpha that you're talking about, Alexia? That's where we had a launch tracking tool before, I think, and it went and found the latest launches on JVisa. Is that what you mean? Yeah, okay. I haven't used it for a long time. I would guess that as long as the APIs are still working, it's being used by some customers. I haven't heard anything even in support for a while. If you have live stream alpha, you can check it out. If it's not working, let me know. That tool is really needing to be done in a different way, okay? JVisa is not as popular as it was just a year ago. I don't know fully the story that happened there. I know that there was problems with PayPal getting people's accounts banned and stuff, but Warrior Plus had similar problem. But Warrior Plus somehow came out with all of JVisa's launches. Everybody switched over to Warrior Plus except for you know, some of the bigger guys. I don't know the full story. So most of the launches now is happening in Warrior Plus. My guess is that tool needs to be rebuilt. I might even do a launch with it sometime. The thing is with that, it needs a strategy. It needs a complete strategy. It needs like a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay, so step 1, we identify the product. You want to identify a little bit of timeout. Here's a tip with this kind of stuff that I did. I think it was Wilco Decrease Up Viral. And I had page 1 ranking from that because I had just I took some content from his JV page. It was like 4 or 6 weeks out from the launch. And I think it was about 4 weeks out from the launch. I took his demo video, I took his headline, I took some swipes, and I put it into a blog post on a Google News site. Okay, I had the Google News site at that time. And that's all I did. I never went back and touched it. Even when it was ranking, I forgot to go and put an affiliate link. And we were ranking for keywords like up viral demo, up viral. We were not ranking for up viral reviews, but a whole bunch of other sort of similar keywords, all from just doing that blog post in the Google News site. Because I think what happens is that the Google News will syndicate. Some other people will pick it up from the news feeds, maybe from some auto blogging tools or whatever. I don't know exactly how, but it's doing some syndication. So that if you've got a video there, that video is getting syndicated as well. And basically what I had done was I had taken that video, I'm pretty sure I uploaded it into my own YouTube channel. So anyway, this is getting syndicated everywhere and I got rankings for that. So I need to create a strategy from start to finish. And part of that strategy would be updated places where we're doing the research. So there might be ClickBank in there, there might be Warrior Plus in there, there might be Pay Kickstart in there, there might be JV0 in there, for example. Zax is another good one. You can find some good stuff in there as well. There is a whole bunch of them now. There's many of them. But then you should as well, in my opinion, if you want to do it like that, then you should as well, you know, build some kind of review post so that you've got a bridge. Okay, so another part of that could be that we just have a WordPress alpha sort of mini site. I actually have a template for that, a mini site for launch promotions, where you've got all your call to action stuff, you just fill in the blanks and stuff like that. You just put it on a domain for that purpose. So instead of having one big site like an authority site, you just do these mini sites, but they're very sort of keyword specific targeting for things like up viral review or King Sumo review, whatever it might be. And that way you can get rankings. But now I do everything with the lead blast. It's easier to rank for those keywords with that, simpler. Anyway, the lead blast is kind of expensive. It needs to be, because I don't want to saturate the actual marketplace. So everybody's using the same sort of structure of these Chrome extensions and everybody's targeting the same keywords, etc. So yeah, it was kind of deliberately done like that, and it's gone up in price now as well. But what I will do is I will run a 30-day challenge. So if anybody's interested in list building, what we will do is a 30-day challenge. It will probably cost $67 or $97, okay? And it will be training start to finish to build 1,000 email opt-ins in 30 days, and you will get access to Lead Blaster. To create one Chrome extension, I will take you through the traffic steps in those 30 days so that we get rankings, we get opt-ins, and we have a whole system there. But that won't start until July. And then people can decide if they want to upgrade from that point forward. You don't need to buy telephone numbers from everyone. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You just do without, if you're talking about the PVA accounts, even with the PVA accounts, you can choose in there whether you want to have a double verification on there. I think you just verify them one time and then put the API. You should be fine. Should be fine. It might from time to time ask you to confirm your mobile telephone number or your sort of backup email or stuff like that. I've seen that happen a few times. Well, there's a connection problem with JV0. Okay, I'll ask him to look into it. Okay, and it really needs to be done properly. It probably needs a rebuild. I should actually take it out of the live stream alpha and put it into a sort of separate tool. It needs a complete 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of strategy, and it can be really effective, especially when we're using it with things like Polystem from Passive Income Ladder, because that whole thing for the high ticket affiliate stuff is very interesting. if it's giving you the option, it will tell you, Alexia, whether it will tell you to verify. You need to double verify, and it will give you some options. Sometimes it will be like confirm your backup email or confirm your mobile phone number. Sometimes it will say, no, I'm sending you a message. But I did this morning, I had that situation this morning, and it actually opened, when I created those playlists this morning, those 4 or 5 playlists, it actually opened up window for each one of them. I don't know what my coder did slightly different now, but I had to confirm all of them. I just did it with the telephone number. Without an SMS, it just asked me to confirm what the number was. So I just basically copied and pasted into each, and it worked. We got page 1 rankings from it as well. Bonus. All right. Okay, I think we're probably getting tired now. There will be some extra videos. I'm not sure the time frame. I'm just going to run this campaign. I want to run this campaign up to about 60 or 70 views for 3 or 4 keywords and see where I am with that. And then I can make a decision what my next step is going to be. But I'll document everything I'm doing now so that you can see the whole process. Okay, and you will see all those principles that I spoke about this morning. It's morning my time, by the way. Then you understand exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing those steps. You will know why I'm doing them now, which is important. So it just changes the way that you look at SEO, understanding that kind of stuff and seeing the way that Google is, the direction that Google is going. Backlinks, they're still important, especially for important keywords, for competitive keywords, but there are shortcuts. There are shortcuts, things like the Chrome store I've discovered now is a shortcut. Things that might be a quick and easy way for really competitive rankings would be if you were doing some things like roundup posts. I know it's kind of white hat stuff, but if you just do things like roundup posts, you can get a whole bunch of backlinks coming from, you know, a whole bunch of different blogs on different IPs and different referring domains, and all those kind of things are ranking factors as far as the backlinks go. So backlinks still work, but you got to try and make it as easy as possible. And sometimes it's easier getting other people to give you some information and asking them for a backlink later. Okay, if it's asking you for the email, it's usually just asking you to confirm where that email was. I don't know. If you see what choices you got, try one and try the other. That's really coming from Google. I don't think there's, you know, there's much we can do about it from the actual browser thing that we're using. It's just Google is asking for the verification. We've got to hope that they approve it once you give them what they ask for. Anyway. All right, I'm getting tired now, guys. All right, I'm going to finish up here now. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you got some value from this, and keep an eye on the thank you page. If you stay on that list with the YouTube SEO checklist, you will have 2 videos there showing you the first part, setting up, and the results, so that all the other parts you will understand the process as well. Okay, thank you. See you later.